The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. A wonderful afternoon to you over there. If you are already in the afternoon, especially if you are in Nigeria, still good morning to you if you are in the United States, whether you are in Texas, whether you are in Maryland, New York City, and I also say good afternoon to you in Europe and to other part of the world. Let me just say, how do you do today? You're welcome to yet another edition of your very, very informative, educative, and your very entertaining program, which is called Your Opinion. Now, don't forget that on this program, whatever you say is your own opinion. It may count, but necessarily not binding. So if somebody else decides to disagree with you, please let us just accept every opinion as opinionated. But that is not to say that we're not going to be making statement of facts with figures, and that is also not to say that we cannot make postulations. Well, today's program is going to be an extension of sorry, excuse me. My bad, please. Well, it's going to be an extension of what we have heard before. We had a part one, so this is the second in a series. It could be the concluding part, and as much as possible, we're going to be on the program for just 1 hour today because of some inconveniences, because of some unforeseen contingencies too. So I have in the house two wonderful people that are going to be my guests. Don't forget, we're still doing a tribute to KEGGITES Club with Universal Archival Elders in Focus. Now, the topic for today is going to be what next in the next foreseeable future, in the next foreseeable seasons. What is going to be the next thing? What are those topics that we're going to be talking about today? Distinguished viewers, my name is Valentine Oluwagbemiga. Oluwashijibomiola said the people, you can just call me Are for short on this program. But whatever you said to call me, that's going to be what it is today. So I'm just going to quickly take a sip of my tea. When I come back, I will be introducing my guests, and then we'll start the program in earnest. Please don't touch the dial. I will be back very shortly. Yes, you're welcome back. The program is Your Opinion, and my name is Valentine Bengola Sende. I have today in the studio, I'm first of all going to start with my guest, the lady. Let's do lady first today. On your screen, I have Matron Tokumbo Aderionkun Babs Olurinde, aka Skin Dudu is our light, shining so bright that cannot be hidden anywhere in the world. Those are her phrases. Matron Tokumbo Skin Dudu has been a comrade of Lacoste was a comrade of Lacoste between the years of 1981 and 1982/83, where she rose to be a Songito with the likes of Felu Abiodun, Kayode Agosu, and others. During her comradic time in Lacoste, she was notable a 100% Margarito Kuta to all the events, both within the hemisphere and nationally. Very cerebral, gifted, resourceful. Her comradic activities back in the days were highly recognized. Besides, she's a promoter of Yoruba culture, language, and a staunch advocate for African cultural heritage, a cultural ambassador for Odua Progressive Union. It was only natural, therefore, for Matron Skindudu to launch a career in broadcasting, where she excelled on radio when she read news, anchored newspaper reviews, and presented programs. Like Kole, Koleda, I will
Koleda.
be
Koleda.
Koleda, and
Yeah.
Oja Dubai, among others. On radio, Lagos 107.5 FM for decades. She also had a brief stint with Faji 106.5 FM, where she anchored newspaper reviews. She is a Rotarian belonging to Omoli Golden in Lagos. She served successfully as the Social Secretary of Lagos Poly alumni for years, and she served as the first female chairperson of an association of broadcasting professionals, popularly known as FIBA, now AMBROD, Lagos State Chapter. Matron Skindudu joined the U.S. Academy, where she was elevated to the position of a matron, where her capability was quickly recognized, some the same as when she was a comrade. She is noted to be a pillar of support to the convergence by migrating 100% to all events, traveling from Pennsylvania to Massachusetts to Indiana, Chicago, Connecticut, Texas, Maryland, and to other parts of the United States. Her capability was top-notch in all spheres, as she not only supported Songi-wise, Margaration-wise, but with Cowrie as the case may arise. Matron Skindudu is a member of Egbe Agbailemu, Universal Archival Elders, where she is representing as Yeyemowe Egbe Agbailemu, that is the secretary. Professionally, Matron is a media icon, a social event compere, and a nursing practitioner. And personally, she is a philanthropist by excellence. She founded Skindudu Aged Foundation in Lagos, which caters to the needs of the less privileged among the elders since over a decade. This foundation has been high drive for the vulnerable aged individual through care for needs in terms of free medical check. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Matron Tokunbo Adirin Okun. Babs, you're most welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Good day, all.
Okay, good to have you. Let me quickly also introduce my next guest. He's the second time here. So I was going to say he needs no introduction, but for the purpose of those that are seeing him for the first time, like I said, this is a continuation of the first part of the program. His name, as you all know, especially if you are seeing him for the second time, is Deleola Faith Dramola, a prince from Ileoluji in Ondo State. Was born in Lagos, schooled in Lagos, Osogbo, and Ibadan, Oyo State. He attended Lagos State College of Science and Technology, popularly referred to as LACOS, which was transformed to Lagos State Polytechnic thereafter. Universities of Ibadan and University of California. Trained and certificated in clinical research and certificate in regulatory affairs for medical devices. He has worked with various multi-billion medical device manufacturing companies, liaising between the manufacturers, the FDA, that is the Food and Drug Administration, and the end users. Essentially, he's a regulatory officer specialist and medical device report stroke vigilance in various classes of medical devices. Performing required activities that assure compliance with FDA, domestic and international regulations, and proving skills in refining and maintaining systems for organizing and retrieving regulatory-related information. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he lives in Indianapolis but works as a project lead for a robotic medical device in California, a highly carryable, rugged LSF patron and a grand code. Also, he is the bastion of Egbe Agba Elemu, popularly referred to as the Universal Archival Elders. Bastion Damola, good morning to you. How do you do today?
I'm doing very good, and thank you so much, Harry Valentine. It's my pleasure to be back here today, and it's going to be a very beautiful Saturday morning here in Indianapolis.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. So I'm going to quickly reverse the role now because I've introduced our lady first, but I'm going to quickly push the first question to you before I bring her up again. Can you just quickly give us a revival, a recap of our last discussion? And then we are going to punctuate from there, and then we give it an extension. The last time we had a discussion here, we were talking about the Universal Archival Elders. We talk about the comradic, we talk about the comradium, and then we talk about the prospect and the plans of Universal Archival Elders. Can you just quickly give us a recap of what activities is going on?
Me, right?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Since then, a lot of activities have been going on, and I'm so proud that in a very short time we have gone so far. We had our inauguration after the interview, and it was bam, it was cute. And after we were done, we have a plan to actually show or showcase why there is Egbe, and we're coming up with a community medical outreach, and that will be sometime in February. We intend to have medications and drugs from the US then to Nigeria for those members and the public who may be in need of one medical issue or the other. And we believe that is coming up, and we are involving the state government. We are involving the state government of Lagos State, and we're involving some companies and organizations here in the US who will be contributing through their services in terms of giving us medications, medicines. And in Nigeria, we have so many doctors who we plan to have as volunteer. And we have one of us who happens to be the director of medical services in Gobi Orthopedic Hospital. She's a KEGGITE, and she's going to give us all we want. And so for now, that's where we are, and we're trying to expand our membership, and we have people who are well over 35 years all over the world, colleagues and friends from UK, from Nigeria, and we are putting our house together to make sure that it's done the proper way. We want to shine the light for the comradium, so we don't want to do any wishy-washy plans or group or organization.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you for that little brief. I'm going to quickly ask, am I permitted? Can I just call you Skin Dudu for the purpose of this program?
Oh, go ahead. It's allowed. It's allowed.
You know I will call you Skin Dudu anytime. All right, now.
Just why to be free to do.
Okay, now why Universal Archival Elder? Well, all these things, all these plans that Bashir has just mentioned, like Rotary Club, they are doing a lot. Lions Club, they are doing a lot. Why are you bringing a socio-cultural group to be involved in humanitarian projects, to be involved in civil society involvement and all that? Why is it a KEGGITE club that is doing all these things? Why?
Yeah, thank you, Bashorun. Well, I need to let everybody know that even you are the Ashoju of this Egbe Agba Elemu. Maybe you didn't introduce yourself as the Ashoju. You are the Ashoju. The Ashoju actually means you are the PRO, and so we are all in it together. So, like my Bashorun has actually said, you will see that like this Egbe Agba Elemu, like, let me just translate like what it means in English. Egbe Agba Elemu. It means like the gathering of we that have stayed longer in the KEGGITES club, like minds over 35 years, like my Bashorun has actually said. So, staying in so long in an association like that, we need to give back to the society. And the only way we could give back to the society is just to look at how we can, do some humanitarian services and get back to them. So it's not only about dancing, having fun, singing. At this stage of us now, we need to go and give back to the society. Like most of us are alumni of so many different schools and all that. We are alma mater of so many different schools. So we all came together now. So what do we do to get back to the society, health-wise, so many ways. So that's just it. We want to get back to the society, and we want our impact to be felt. And we want to put a narration, a change in the KEGGITES Club that is not only about dancing. When we get to a stage, we need to do something that people need to know and feel us that we can actually do this. We need to make a change. We're trying to make a change and let people see that the KEGGITES Club now is grown and it's a change thing. So that's what we are trying to, throw a narrative, show to the public that we can actually do more as a KEGGITE. Doesn't change just being a KEGGITE. We still remain a KEGGITE because that's where we're coming from. So that's what just trying to show a narration and change through the humanitarian services.
Okay, I mean that's a very good one, very lofty height, and I pray with you that everything comes to fruition. Yes, I mean I'm not making a disclaimer. I'm also a part of the Universal Archival, but today this is a professional thing, so I'm the one that is sitting as the anchor. You are going to do all the answering of my questions. As much as possible, we're going to polish this. Now, Basharon, I'm going to ask you this question. The last time we saw on this program, we were preparing for the inauguration. And I want to say to God be the glory, it was a huge success. Now, since then, that was July 13th, if I'm correct, right? Yes. Now, since Chicago, July 13th, what has happened? Has there been obstacles that needs to be cleared? Has there been issues? Have there been new levels that has been attained? Has there been successes? Apart from the project that you have on hand, I'm talking about the club itself, the association itself, the elders from itself. What has been the report in the last 6 months?
Putting together all this, I will tell you with all confidence that we have been growing steadily. When you have a baby, there will be time for the baby to start, crawling and sitting down, walking and running. And because we had this together for less than 3 months, again, for the purpose of being, on record, the group started, sometime in March, and by July, we had everything that you saw that brought in KBAC, who happens to represent the tradition and culture. And we so much believe that we are like 2 years old, organization, because of everything that we've been able to do. We've been able to write the Department of Homeland Security, and we've gotten an approval to invite our members from all over the world to attend our function, and that's a huge step. We've been able to, officially write those that will sponsor some of our programs. And so, yes, there could be some teething, problems, which I don't think it's a problem, it's a challenge. And we are where we are right now without missing any one of us. We started I think we were 26, and for some reasons, 1 or 2 or 3 had to, drop out. The number for now, 23, we're doing really, really good. Everything that needs to be done, that needs to put a group or an association in a very steady pace, is where we are right now.
Okay, Skindudu, you want to add your voice to?
Yeah, I really need to add my voice to that, because really now, Egbe Agba Elemu is the rave of the moment. I don't know if you're hearing me.
Yes, I can hear you. I think maybe you're, but I can hear you loud and clear. Please just go ahead.
Okay, Egbe Agba Elemu is the rave of the moment now. Everybody is talking about it. If you go to the internet, you will be able to see what everybody is talking about, the Egbe Agba Elemu. I don't know what is happening to my camera. I can't even see anyone here.
Okay, while you try, let me just quickly give you a small intermission. I want to just play one short music. This could be a surprise to those of you watching. It's one of the what you call a world-class songito. You know, somebody who has traveled fast, been everywhere. But I'll quickly take this intermission. When I come back, we will continue with the program. Don't go away. You're welcome back. That was the music of LSF Adeolu. That music should be like about how old now? Because I know it can't be less than maybe 16, 17, or maybe like even 20 years.
It's 22 years.
22 years, and it's feeling so fresh. Now, unfortunately, we have not been able to reconnect with Skin Doodoo, but let me just continue with you while we wait for her to be able to link up with us. Now, we just talked about the medical mission that you guys are, or that we are embarking on. Along this line, you have 23 members. Okay, let's say you have 26, now you are 23. There will be financial implication. How are you doing it with all these things? Because right now, the talk of the town in the whole galaxy. When I say galaxy, for the benefit of those who don't know, we're talking about in the entire world where you have comradic activity. That's what we call galaxy. Everybody is talking about Egbe Agba Elemu. First thing, how has been the acceptance, the acceptability of this new baby? Then, how have you been pulling through? Because with all these things that you are doing, because I can say for free that come December, there's going to be a world generation organized by a convergency, which is going to feature a lot of activities. How are you putting all these things together?
Thank you. If I'm permitted, I will refer to you as well as I should do, because that's who you are to us. And you asked two questions. Question number one is how have we been, putting together our resources? One, this group had never been about money. we are kind of born volunteers. And you heard Elder Skindudu when she said that she's been a member of Rotary for some years, and she has her own foundation. And I understand you as well. You're a member of different,
I'm a Rotarian Polaris fellow too for many years. For many years now.
There you go. So, and every one of us, we have that spirit. So, we're just doing what we need to do. We are all paying our dues, and some of us have even paid our dues till the end of the year. So, money is not the problem. The spirit, the willingness, to do it. And then number two, we have people who are going to support us. I don't know if I'm able to mention their names.
Yeah, you can go ahead if you want to.
Some organizations who are, foundations of medications to Africa or for the needy. We have contacted them, and we got a response from them, and hopefully they're able to support. And if they give us some of those medicines, we would need to courier it back to Africa, to Nigeria. And so we are talking to some logistic companies also who would feature their logos and everything on our program. So when we get to Nigeria, what we need is less than 10 million naira. And since the government is involved, since other volunteers are involved, we really don't need so much.
Okay, now because of our time, I want to quickly cut you there. I want you to go back to the second question, which is, what is the acceptability rating?
Yeah.
How has people taken this new invention?
Now, whoever is watching this program, go on Google, just put KEGGITES, just put KEGGITES. The chances are like 60%. Universal Archival will come up. But if you Google and say Egbeagba Elemu, I bet 110% will come up and you see us there. And now we're actually, planning to go on Wikipedia, because the more, your name comes up, the more you're able to put, Wikipedia out there for the world to know about it. So we are very well accepted, very well accepted. And in any case, who's not going to accept us? We are not, into politics. We just want to help. And we are kind of retired, comradic fellas. So we're just doing our thing to help. That's all.
Would you say that is actually retired fellas or fellas that have decided to move out of a setting to another setting in their old ages? Because you guys are still doing a lot. You guys are doing tappings, you are doing gyrations, you are getting involved in humanitarian services. I mean, so I don't see any of you as being retired. I think it's just like it's like a promotion from one level to another, which is going to take me to the next question relative to what we just said.
Yes. Can I quickly just chip in? When I said retired,
okay, please go ahead.
In any business, it's either you are 35 years above, 35 years in service, or you are 65.
To go into retirement.
Yes, and it doesn't mean that you're gonna die or you are old, but it just means that you have put in some effort or service into a particular organization, and now you want to relax and allow people to take over. So your wealth of experience is huge.
Thank you so much for that clarification. I can see that Skindudu is still trying to battle with the network or some technical issues there. Now, my next question is, I was talking about acceptability.
Yes.
There are other institutions, or should I call them, there are other fora of in the KEGGITES comradium. Has there been anything like competition? Has there been anything like so because the way this one, because the compendium of those who are in Universal Archival, they look like, the constituents look like these are the big men. These are the people that have seen it all. Is there a possibility, like the question I asked at the first episode, is there a possibility that Egbe Agba Elemu will become the rallying point, which will be a final destination for everybody who had been in the Comradium.
Very correct. Very correct. But we just don't want to make it look like we are cooking something and you expect it to get done within, the few seconds you put it in there. But the final bus stop is to have all those milestones and get every one of us together. And it might be a little tough, but our idea, our focus is to put the whole world together in peace and unity, coming from where we started, what the club used to be, and where we are right now. Yes, we're going to put that basket and present ourselves as the rallying point for the Comradium. That's what we wish, and that's what we're working on. And we've just started anyway.
So, I mean, there are a lot of things that we know. I mean, for those of us that have been in the Comradium for many years, there has been a lot of discrepancies. Do we see Egbe Agba Elemu trying to sort some of this thing out, or Egbe Agba Elemu is just for those retirees, like you said? Could there be a possibility that, okay, there are some of these anomalies that needs to be corrected? We talked about this in our first episode, where we were saying, okay, is there a possibility that KEGGITES Club International will one day have a drafted, written, sealed constitution?
Yes.
Do we see anything like that coming up in the foreseeable future?
Yes. And with all sense of humility, I will tell you that we are pioneering so many things. I don't have to delve into all this, but I know that all over the world, their eyes are on us, and we're trying to see how we can mirror what we believe will bring peace and unity among us. So yes, we'll be there, but it's just going to take a little time to be there.
Like, how long are we looking at? Because what we are discussing today is the foreseeable future. Now we know that there's been a lot of evolution. Things are changing. The progenitors of this club, they saw the club in school, but now the club has gone beyond school. The club has gone beyond Ife, Ibadan. The club has gone national and even internationally, so much that you have KEGGITES Club all over the world, in Asia, in Europe, in America, everywhere. Now, what will it take? How long will it take for people to come together? And what are those things? Because we want to know. What are those things that are going to be necessary to put all these things together, so that we are not just making laws or saying things by oral rendition or by oral transmission?
No, it's not, by any, resemblance to oral transmission or whatever. We are actually living it. Let me just give you one example. I know you are a traditional chief, and I am a traditional chief, and Skindudu is a traditional chief. A lot of members of Egbe Agba Elemu are all traditional. A lot of them are all traditional chiefesses. So it's been an issue, but a silent one, like a war that we're going through. But I'll tell you one thing: we are pioneering that change. We need to showcase to the world that there are KEGGIStic chiefesses and there are traditional chiefesses. And if we need to commingle, we would most definitely accommodate each other and give that due respect to those who are, as a matter of fact, traditional chiefesses. Among us, we have, obas, and some things that when you are in school, you never would expect that when you grow up, you become an oba or a chief and something. So all those were not factoring. But now we are all, witnessing, all these changes. And so we need to live by it, either we want it or not. And living by it, we need to factor, some changes that we would mirror, to the whole world.
Okay, I'm trying to manage the space for today because we have just 1 hour to be on the program today. And I'm making a surprise to all of you, to our guests, to everybody. I have a special guest in the house who is going to surprise all of you. Fortunately, 2 days ago was his birthday, and I have the pleasure of bringing, not properly dressed for my camera, I'm going to make it. You have to go and wear something. I'm going to take you off, and then you go and wear something. It's a surprise. I don't want anybody to know, but I'm doing this to just wish him happy birthday. That is one of the best soloists, one of the best songitos that has come out of the KEGGITES Club. He has been everywhere. When he comes back, we're going to be talking about his music, and then we'll also talk about, maybe we'll allow him to just give us a little bit of a musical interlude. I'll quickly take another short break, and by the time we come back, hopefully we'll be able to have Skin Doodle, and then we'll be able to have this birthday celebrant. Please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen out there, our viewers, please don't touch the dial. The program is your opinion, and we're still talking about KEGGITES Club with special emphasis on Universal Archival. I'll be right back very shortly. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know what I cannot wait for? Distinguished viewers at home, if you're watching or if you're just tuning in, please, I want you to share this. It's going to be live on YouTube. You can go back even after this program. You can go back to Valentine Bengola Sunday. You can watch the first edition and you can watch the second. You can also watch other edition of Your Opinion on my YouTube channel. Please kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Some people are watching on Facebook. I have maybe just a few comments. Oh, this is my very great brother, the owner of that Igakala. How do you do, my brother? It's been a while. I'm going to talk to you after the program. Also, I have Moses Oluseun Ogunobi. Thank you, and may you walk and never to stumble. So, if you're just joining, the program is Your Opinion, and today we are doing a special appearance for the KEGGITES Club International with emphasis on Universal Archival Elders. And I have in the studio with me the Basharon of Egbe Agba Elemu, and I have the secretary who also is back here with me. You're welcome back, secretary.
It's been a struggle, man. I don't know what's happening to my camera.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, technical issues happen, especially when we have to do a lot of equipment and all that. But I think we're good. Also,
I'm sorry about that, audience. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, they will understand. They will understand. And also, I have the birthday boy here. Should I call it birthday boy, birthday man, or whatever? This is a surprise to everybody. Your audio, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you. Your audio is.
It's good to be here. Whichever one applicable, birthday boy, birthday son, whatever. The gods are wise.
The gods will continue to be wise, and you can see that you are not just here for us to just wish you happy birthday. It's an arrangement that you have been a songito for. Somebody is echoing somewhere. I think I need to take him down so that he can sort out himself. He's been a songito. He's done marvelously. Skin Dudu, can you just quickly tell us how much of this gentleman do you know?
It's like you telling me to talk about my son. You know, it's like telling me to say, how much do you know about your son? Yeah, I don't know.
So how much do you know about your son?
You can see my Bashorun smiling that I don't even know. Yeah, we've been together all the while, connection and all that. Like the KEGGITES, it's like we remain the father and we see them as you know, they have some convergence together. He has the love of KEGGITES with him. You know, just back to, you can imagine, even when he was in school, he formed the musical thing. What do you call it? He formed the group Osu Melody to show out the interest of comradic interest in him, and up to date, you know, for somebody that has just he has not even joined the Fuman that's Juju ni Monko, Abi Fuji ni Monko, you know, it just, you know, in a unique way, he just stood there in the comradic whatever challenges is there, whatever faces. I'm not here could have got different backlashes and all that is trying to, you know, make money from comrade. No, that's not it. He's trying to promote, and he's still there up till now. He is still there.
Okay.
I don't know. If you want me to start going on and on about the Olu,
I know.
I can talk to you tomorrow.
About your son, something. Because I want us to, before we leave, I still want us to discuss the last topic. But Bashon, let me quickly take you before I bring LSF Adekombi on. Before I want his phone to be steady, to be very stationary, because it's just going up, and you know, this is a very serious program, and we want people to see the seriousness in it. So I want, if you can hear me, LSF Adekombi, please make sure that your camera is steady. It can be going on and on like that. So Bashorun, what's your take on LSF Adekombi Adeolu? Very briefly.
Honestly, I would also struggle to tell you what I know about him. I'll ask you one question. Have you ever heard about Ofada Connection?
Of course. Of course. I've met him in a couple of gyrations where both of us have sang fight over the microphone.
That Ofada is a street. That street was where I was born. And his dad, my dad, we're like families. They live on the upper part of Ofada, and we live on the other side of Ofada. That's how much, you know, ever before any of us even went to school or to, you know, become a graduate or something, we've known each other and we've operated like brothers. So there's no much I want to say other than acknowledging that fact that he is duly and deservedly called Obaorin. He entertained as Obaorin. There is no spheres of song or music or genre that he cannot.
We are going to know that in a minute because I don't have so much time. But I've told him I want to wish him happy birthday, and this is my special way of just showing him that all his efforts these years in the Comradium is so much appreciated. So I'm just using this opportunity, using my own platform to also wish him happy birthday.
You are carrying my picture.
May you walk and refuse never to jam Agbako.
My yasi.
Can you fire me and rotate me just Songilala for me for just 100 kilometers?
Okay. Ká parapọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ká parapọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ẹlẹ́mùlàgbé ẹgbẹ́ wa kò ní bàjẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. L'Amẹ́ríkà o ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Nílùú London o ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ní Nàìjíríà o ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ká parapọ̀ àjòjì ọwọ́ ò gbẹrù dórí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ká parapọ̀ o ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ká parapọ̀ o ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ẹlẹ́mùlàgbé ẹgbẹ́ wa kò ní dàrú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe. Ìyá ní ó jọ ọmọ tí ó gbọ́ o. Ìyá ní ó jọ ọmọ tí ó gbọ́ o. Bímọ ọkàn bó dàgbà. Máa múre lé ìwé o. Bímọ ọkàn bó dàgbà. Máa mú wẹ́. Ajé ní máa mú wẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òdúró.
Wow.
Ẹ máa pe kò ṣe àṣẹ. Ọdẹ rògbò ọdẹ pẹ̀rọ àṣẹ. Ẹ̀rọ tí lọ ọdẹ pa àṣẹ. Ọdẹ pẹ̀rọ òkété àṣẹ. Ìkú àríwá kété àṣẹ. Èmi ò jẹ mọ́ o. Èmi ò jẹ pa. You are so much carried. I feel greatly honored.
Happy birthday to you again. Long life and
what happened? Oh, one more.
We can hear you. We can hear you, and we can see you.
International interview now.
We can hear you.
So you can mute him then.
Yeah. It's just so good to have him. I'll try and bring him back.
Nigeria happened to him.
That's Nigeria.
That's Nigeria for you. That's our Nigeria.
Maybe right. One day, maybe the Comradium, the whole of Galactical Comradium, maybe will come to the aid of NEPA or is it PHCN and just a source light for Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country in the world where you go to NEPA office and they are using generator. The only country in the world. It is so organized. We have to
consult one of our Egbeagba, who is a guru in NEPA.
Okay, my last question. If we can bring Elizabeth Olu again to come and say his bye-bye, maybe at another time we'll be able to accommodate him better. We'll be better prepared.
Yeah. Sorry, I showed you. Could I quickly chip in something? I just want to buttress what I was saying something like the Egbeagba where we have really reached. Like the Yoruba will say, Kosento fe kalukulo fe bolori reto. So we've been having an inflow of so many Ilias wanting to, belong to our members. Everybody wants to identify with the Egbeagba. So we could see how everybody is accepting us. Apart from you going to the Google and seeing us there, everybody is accepting us, like, giving our members. You can see how everybody is, giving our members patronship and it's just like telling us, we want to belong. We want you people to be with us. I want to, everyone wants to, tap from our glory and from, I want more. Patron, even those Ilias that are not even our mother Ilias, our alma Ilias, everybody wants to belong to us. You can see how our members have just been getting so many upliftments, patronship. So congratulations to all the new patrons, to everybody, the awardees and all that. Congratulations.
I'm also blushing.
Up we go. Up we go.
Okay, see, I just want to add my voice to what you just said when it comes to, because as a public relation person, the Asoju of the Egbe, I can say with all my heart, with all my chest, that when it comes to acceptability, it's 200%. Because one, all the Ilias, baby Ilias, the convergences, everybody now, even the pressure of membership, everybody, all the people that have spent 35 years in the community, they want to become members of Egbe Agba from Europe to Asia. And there's nothing else anybody can ask for. So, I mean, but for me, I just want you guys to just say it, but I can also say it on behalf of the Egbe. But now, because of our time, I have very limited time. There is a jamboree that is coming up very soon. I've heard about it. I know about it. Texas, Awari. Texas is where we are going. What is going on? Let me first of all take a Basharu on that.
All right. Before I go on to what's coming up in December, let me put a little reverse or back up to the last discussion about how we have all been, elevated. I want to use your medium to the world that few hours ago, I have been elevated to be a grand patron of Ilia Lacoste.
Wow. Congratulations, Basharu.
Thank you. There is no more honor that is beyond that. When where you are from, they recognize you. And so whatever is happening, next door shouldn't be any of our trouble. It's simply
congratulations, Basharu.
Thank you. It just tells you that we are doing the right thing. And of course, when you want to make the change, there's going to be some, technical issues. Titariro
Dakola.
Yeah, so I'm happy, and I use your medium to thank, my mother Ilia, which is Ilia Lacoste, for bestowing this, elevation on me. Having said all that, this December, we are going to be part of a new convergence called Americana. And Americana Archival Plus. For me, I'm throwing myself into that. I will not deny myself that enjoyment of camaraderie because of some hiccups or some brouhaha that happened a while ago. I found myself in a place that I think we all can have fun, and it's going to glorify my soul. I'll be there. And I don't really see, much big deal about it. It's like on the street. There could be 2, 3, 4, 5 redeemed churches. And in a building, there could be 3 different churches, redeemed different, names to, churches. So again, this December, a new convergence that has been formed. I'm going to, identify with them. I'm going to have fun. And I know that they have great plans for this December. We're going to have, business talk. We're going to have a community that's going to give us, some boost traditionally to everything. So that's my soul with the new convergence.
Okay, thank you. Skindudu, what should be our expectations? Is Texas, is it for real? Texas 24, is it for real?
Oh, well, my Basharu has spoken, and he has spoken well. Like, Egbe Agba is not an in-depth, we don't have an in-depth involvement in the convergence. It's like we just want to join them. We don't want to deprive ourselves of enjoyments. So it's not that it's an Egbe Agba thing. It's not an Egbe Agba thing. It's just for us to, get ourselves. I'm sure we will be even if they invite us, wow, it's gonna be something like that. So it's just like we are going to go there and have our own fun too. So we don't have an in-depth involvement in it. So it's like new
convergency thing.
New baby convergence coming together, and we want to just use the opportunity to say, at Missy Jarisha, at Missy Joe. So that's what is just going to happen in September. It's just, September is a festive period.
Did you mean of December or September?
December, I'm saying December is a festive period. So, the Thanksgiving season in America. So going forward, so we don't want to miss all those fun. So it's just I
also heard that the planners and the people that are putting all this together, they are inviting everybody from all over the galaxy. There's so much. So I mean, I've not gotten my own invitation, but I'm hoping that I'll get one.
That's maybe that information is preview to you, but my hope is we are going to be invited and we are going to have fun. That's it.
Okay, because of our time, I said we were going to do 1 hour, but I also want to give LSF Adeolu the opportunity to just say bye-bye. Now, let me quickly, I want him to own up to this because I have 2 special editions that is still coming up. One is going to be for the Americana Convergency, and then the other one is going to be a live mini tapping on this channel, which is going to be hosted by LSF Adeolu. Do I have a yes for that?
You have my 100% yes, my
Okay. Thank you so much. Because that is going to be a special edition, which is going to enjoy wide publicity. We're going to do live mini tapping gyration on, and we're going to have a lot of people gyrating. We're going to be taking cameras from all over the world. We'll tell people in Texas, people in New Jersey, but the central point of the Songi will be from LSF Adeolu. So thank you. I want to just, because of our time, I just want you to say thank you to everybody and tell them to watch out for you.
Thank you. I feel so honored to be here, and wonderful things are happening in America. You are the pace setters. You are doing wonderfully well, and I can confirm and say it with all I have that people are very, very much with you. Àgbáyé túbọ̀ dálẹ̀ o. Dẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọdé Yorùbá lọ Yorùbá bọ̀. Wọ́n ní ọmọ tó bá máa dàgbà kì í gbọ́pàá lọ́wọ́ ọgbà, kì í gbọ́pàá lọ́wọ́ àgbà. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ká ronú dáadáa. Màá fi orin kan lágbá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. I'll just put up a song so just carry everything. Àìmọ̀ wọ́wẹ́, àìmọ̀.
Oh, network. I don't know. We're trying. It's been a lot of technical issues for today.
Yeah, we got its points.
Yeah, but we got the song. Thank you so much, LSF Adeolu. Your parting words. Let's start with you now. Skindudu, what are your parting words today? While we prepare for a special edition which will feature the Americana Convergency, what are your parting words?
Yeah, my parting words is number one. Let me just say, I wish myself a happy birthday because I may not be able to come on this stage again. And as LSF Adeolu is taking the stage on my birthday, it's happening in Nigeria. So I wish myself a happy birthday. And to everybody who's going to come to our December, the Americana Jamboree, I call it Jamboree. I want to say it's going to be fun. And Egbe Agba, I don't want us to relent in our efforts. I want us to keep swearing high. I will pray that God will give up the strength financially, morally. So thank you, Are. Thank you so much. We love you.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're most welcome. Basharon, what are your parting words for today?
One, it's a privilege to have every member of Egbeagba as one, and being a member of that group, it's a privilege and it's a honor, and I don't want to take it for granted. I thank them. I can't list their names, but if you're a member of KEGGITES, may God in his infinite mercy continue to protect us, continue to give us that grace and love that we have so we can shine our light to the world. The new convergence, the Americana Archival Plus Convergence. That name, Americana, is like you're saying Lagos, Eko for sure. I will tell you, Americana is going to showcase that show. And like Matron Skindudu just said, it's going to be a jamboree, a huge one. And it's going to be something that has never been before. And I can
be expecting me there. You'll be first time you'll be seeing a carryable entity in Afro with my capital on it, because it's going to be serious. I'm going to Americanize everything there.
Correct. And I will tell you that Friday is going to be a showcase of African and Afro, meaning that things that has never happened before. It's going to be a huge jamboree. You will see us live. I know that there are preparations for Facebook, for Instagram Live, and this will be beamed to the to the whole world. And lastly, Otumba Skindudu, she's been a sister, and I have a great landmark in her life that anyhow, both of us will never, for any reason, forget those landmarks.
Thank you, my Basharon.
That she's going to be having her birthday, and somehow some of us are not going to be there. We would have the American, version of it, and even at the Americana Archival Plus, I'm going to ask, hopefully it will be granted, that we have our own honor to have a birthday, even if it's going to just be for 30 minutes. We're going to have fun.
I'm honored.
That was too fast of you, because I was just going to suggest that, and you were already in my head. There should be a special time dedicated, by the grace of God, there will be a special time that will be dedicated to our secretary, Yeyemowe, on that day, for us to know, for her to know that we love her. Yes. Even if we're not there.
I love you all.
Part of us. Yes. And I'm wishing you happy birthday using this spouse. I also wish you, there's still many more editions before you go to Nigeria. So we wish you happy birthday. So on that note, we have to go. It's such a very short time today because of some certain things. By the grace of God, the next time we come, we'll be able to accommodate our usual 2 hours. You want to say something? Skindudu?
I said it was short and interesting.
Yes. And I want to, first of all, appreciate both of you for taking out your time. I know it can be very, very tight. It's a very tight schedule for people to wake up early in the morning, especially for those who have one or two other things, their family, children, and all that. So,
Can you acknowledge Elder Nepa there? You can see Elder.
Yes, I just did, though I didn't read it. Yes, that's Elder Abiodun Ojelade, popularly known as Baba Nepa. Is one of our very naughty Bomos elders, a petit at that. And we want to thank you very much. And every other person's, Moses Oluseun, Ogunubi, Jigan Akala, my wonderful friend and brother.
That Moses is a chief of Iliad Dusped.
Iliad Dusped.
Yes.
Really? You know, he served in Ilorin. He was with me in Ilorin. That's some years ago. I didn't even know he was a chief. I know he was a Caribou entity, but I never knew he was a chief.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
He's actually, and his comradic nickname just skipped my brain right now. Hijacker.
Hijacker. What a very small word. Well, if you are watching, Chief Moses, please kindly get in touch with me maybe after this program, and then we can talk. Also, I want to thank Jigan Akala. That's the CEO of Yes FM. He's the owner of Yes FM station.
That's Yemi Day.
Yes.
Yemi Day.
Yeah, that's Yemi Shonde. And I'm going to discuss it with him. Very soon, we are going to have a joint venture where my program is going to be live even on Yes FM in Nigeria. You know, this is the Gen Z world where anything can be made possible. And maybe he's also going to be our potential fellow. We are going to fellowrize him very soon. So on behalf of all of us in the studio, I want to say thank you so much to Basharon, and I want to say thank you so much to Yeyemowe for being on the program today. I remain sincerely yours on the program. My name is Are Valentine Oluwagbemiga Oluwashijibomi. On the line and in bracket. And I want to say thank you to LSF Adeolu too for being a part of the program. Happy birthday to you once again. Until I see you again next week, have a very wonderful time and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the program.